He does not seem concerned with profits or much of anything. The iron shortage became his pet project, but he's used it to inflame tensions instead of build business. It's brought us down as sure as if it were some hero. What reason he would have to provoke a war, I don't know. Enjoy your looting, I'm leaving for good. The woman was talking to us. Out of my way, interloper. I'm getting off this sinking ship as fast as I can. Why are you so panicked? Is not Sarevok in control? I will not debate that he's in control, but whatever his plans, they certainly do not have the good of the Iron Throne in mind. He has abandoned us in favor of a new position, that of soon-to-be appointed Grand Duke. We are simply to be cast off, and I would not be surprised if he marches a flaming fist through here tomorrow as a show of his stance on mercantile crime. Sarevok is to be Grand Duke, Kered, feigning innocence. How can this be? Okay, quite simple, really. He has built up support by pledging to combat the very chaos he himself was sowing. I imagine he'll have a fantastic success rate, too, seeing as how he's in total control with our leaders dead. I doubt that he will settle into a nice, quiet political life, though. He seems set on causing as much destruction as possible, and I think he is intent on pushing for war with Amun. Why would he pursue such a destructive plan? What could he gain from it? How should I know? I'm no diviner. I only know business, and what he's doing makes very little economic sense. Had he wished to grow rich from dealing in ore, then I would have understood. Had he kept the Iron Throne intact, he could have used his upcoming position as Duke to sanction Amun and increase our trading power over groups like the Knights of the Shield. As it is, he is seemingly intent on abandoning us and launching a bloodbath of a war. Know this. The people believe in Sarevok, and it will take more than a blade to reduce his stature in the eyes of the public. How can people believe in him? Can they not see his nature? People see what they wish, and they really wish to see a savior. He offers stability, and seems able to deliver. That is more than anyone has been able to give them so far. I tire of this chatter. If you feel you must strike me down, do as you wish. Do not expect me to raid around for you while you do it, though. No, we're rather not into unnecessary violence under most circumstances. But, thanks for the invitation, I guess? Uh-oh.
Yes?
Who are you? Have you business here? Oh, what does it matter? Everything's in shambles. I expected more resistance to my breaking in. What is going on here? There's very little going on here. Everything is falling apart as we speak, and one person is to blame. Oh, and who just might that be? Kered asks with fake innocence. Sarevok is the foul spawn that surely did the deed. He craves the power of the Iron Throne, but for what purpose I do not know. He throws away the gold like it was copper, and uses our best laid plans to inflame governments instead of bargaining for wealth. He's in line to become a Grand Duke because of his efforts to fight his own chaos, but I doubt his coronation will stop his lust for carnage. Who are you, by the way? What are you doing here? I am here to clear my name of the murders of the Iron Throne leaders. Is that who you are? I know you owe you a knife in the gullet for what you have done. What? Did Sarevok trick you into killing them? Or did he just do it himself and then blame you? I'll kill you just to be safe, I will. My father, someone will die tonight. Well, thanks, buddy. Your funeral. There's gold and a magic sword. Up we go. Hi, peoples. You there. Hmm? Stand your ground a moment. I demand to know what is going on here. I have been sent from Sembia to determine why this branch of the Iron Throne is foundered, and I have found no one who will stand still more than a second. What in blazes is going on here? Why not ask Sarevok? He seems to be the one in control now. Sarevok? That upstart? And the rumors I have heard are true. Our regional leaders here are dead, and Sarevok has assumed their roles. Such arrogance. No doubt he had a hand in their demise, I'll wager. That would explain why we have been getting reports on progress here on the coast. What could he be up to? I shall report these findings to my superiors at once. What is your name and rank here? I shall report of you as well. We're not going to give her a name. Actually, I'm the person accused of killing the Anthro's leaders? Are you now? From what I've heard, Sarevok may have had a far more active role in the killing than any outsider. So what have you come here to do? Destroy us all to restore your name? It would seem now that we have a mutual enemy of sorts. I think my superiors would not be ungrateful if you were to remove Sarevok from this organization. I would almost call this outpost of the Iron Throne a complete loss, though with Sarevok gone, perhaps it could be built anew. Kered just kind of balks and says, perhaps it could, though I doubt people would trust you. People trust whom they wish, whether there is reason or not. I would imagine that is why Sarevok has flourished. Plays on people's fears masterfully. If he were not so destructive, he would have been a great asset. What is he up to? No matter. I'll report of all of this and we'll wash our hands of the whole problem. Good day and goodbye. Take care then. I don't think there's anybody else here.
No time to chit-chat.
Well, hello, Kered. I suppose we should have expected your coming here. Bit of unfortunate business in Candlekeep, eh, what? What do you know of what happened there? I know that you are the unwitting dupe of Sarevok, as were we. It would seem that he sacrificed our leaders just to discredit you, knowing that you were perhaps the only ones that stood in his way. Of course, he also became our leader of the Iron Throne himself, but he seems quite beyond needing us now. Such disrespect to throw us away as he did. It hardly matters now, what with his coronation imminent. I'm sure the Ducal Palace will never quite be the same. I must go. Pleasure chatting with you. And with you, sir. Good day.
Nature's servant awaits.
Hi, we're looking for evidence.
Best you make peace with your demons before I send you to meet them.
So you've come back. If you were smart, Kered, you would have left well enough alone. I don't know how you escaped my lord's trap at Candlekeep, but you won't be getting any further than here. Why did you come back here? I would have thought you'd go after Sarevok directly, says a woman named Cynthandria. Who are you to threaten us? Such anger and determination. I am Cynthandria, consort to Sarevok. I have been with him since before he knew of his true heritage. The heritage you share with him. He will be pleased to know I have killed you. Perhaps enough that I might become his favored one again. I doubt you'll ever be his favored one. Sarevok is evil to the core. Help us defeat him, and we'll let you go free. A very amusing notion. I would never betray my lord. Perhaps you should try your wiles on Tamiko. I'm sure she'd be more receptive to your overtures. I can never understand what Sarevok saw in her. Enough of that. Come, my beasties. Let's make short work of these interlopers. Wait, beasties? Uh-oh. Well, she definitely looks like a mage, so we're gonna do something about that by using a wand of paralyzation on her.
My blade will cut you down to size.
And she makes her save. And we've got a pair of ogres that we've got to deal with right now. Alright, well, let's summon up some help. Fireball wand is unfortunately out of the picture right now. We could use a wand of frost. Oh, why not? Wand of the heavens. We've got them. Why not use them? Alright, everybody. Keep fighting.
My blade will cut you down to size.
Well, while we're hanging out, I suppose it would be prudent to, I don't know, cast a spell. And use some of these wands. Oh, hey. Could turn into a bear. I don't think so. Try to use up some of these wands, actually. Oh, too late.
This way.
On her we find a gold robe. Some notes and a book. Just some minor valuables on one of the ogres.
Full plate and packing steel.
And a couple of scrolls. Okay. I think we're actually collecting the IML Sassadero. Yeah, we are. About luck. Does Kered know that spell? Yeah, he does. What about you? Yeah, you can't learn it. Screw it. Okay. We found robes, mage robe of cold resistance, not that useful. There's the short sword, just a generic short sword +1. Evidence, and this book. The Diary of Sarevok. Ooh, we should definitely review this, along with these letters. Before we do that, though, we should make sure the area is clear. I don't think there are any enemies here, but it's good to check.
I'm gone.
Imoen is weighed down by the very thick book that she's carrying around. You guys can go in there, I guess. Null's kind of hanging out, waiting for their summoning spell to fade. It's not a bad way, really. Okay, well, I guess it's time to, Does Mince know any spells yet? Oh yeah, he does. I should remember he knows how to cast Bless now. Anyways, let's check out that evidence. Okay. And somebody else can hold the book. Sarevok. I must say that our first victim was not the challenge that my wife and I had expected. The foppish idiot had only the most token of defense. However, I can assure you that Entar screamed quite deliciously all the way to the end. I hope this next mission is much more difficult. From what you have told me, it would seem to be. Assassinating 2 Grand Dukes in their own palace while they harangue the high nobles of Baldur's Gate, no less. I can't wait. You still know where to find us. You should come down and enjoy the pleasures of the Undercellar for yourself. If I know you, that'll never happen. You obedient certain Slythe. Oh, a letter from that scumbag. Sarevok, I received your letter and am quite overjoyed by your proposition. I've told my wife and she is excited as I am. Accept your mission and think that your payment is very adequate. This will be our greatest feat yet. To kill 3 Grand Dukes of Baldur's Gate. We'll be arriving in Baldur's Gate within a week and should be taking up our usual residence at the Undercellar. If you wish to contact us, you'll find us there. Use the access points through the sewers. Joyfully yours. Interesting. And then there is the book. Diary. I think it's pretty long, too. It's not too long. 14th of Elent, 1367. This is the writing of Sarevok. Today, Cormyr has instituted a ban against the Iron Throne from operating within their borders. It's a kingdom to the east of here. While this is a great blow to the Iron Throne, it is a perfect opportunity for Realtar to approach the Throne High Council with his approval. If things go well, we should begin the operation within the year. 25th of Marpana, 1367. Daviorn has sent a message to Realtar informing him that the mines at Cloakwood have been drained and are ready for use. This revelation shall help greatly in convincing the Throne High Council. 2nd of Nightall, 1367. The Iron Throne Council has agreed to support Realtar's plan. He has been given all the resources he needs as well as leadership of the project. I have expressed interest to my father, and he had promised to include me within the operations along the Sword Coast. He mentioned Mother in our conversation. How I wasn't to be unfaithful to him, as she had. He made it clear that I would suffer her fate if I was. His threats are weak and hollow, and I shall listen to them for only so long. I have decided to take this time to make my visit to Candlekeep. I have waited a long time to research the prophecies of Alondo, and I must know if the dreams speak the truth. I will not believe the words of phantoms without proof, and the priest of Baal I confronted gave me nothing. He was old and died quickly in my grasp. If the words are true, I shall surely groom stronger acolytes than this. 11th of Chase, 1368. My research has gone well. The monks here at Candlekeep have been quite helpful. From what I have read, it would certainly seem that the blood of Baal does indeed flow through my veins. His prophecies are, of course, ambiguous, but I think I understand them. He foresaw his coming death and seeded his essence across the land. The children born as a result bear the marks of chaos, have power with no direction, and shall feel the blood of a god within them. The deaths they shall bring awaken the Father, and through them he will rise. It does not explicitly say, but obviously this means that death wrought by the children will cause them to ascend. Fitting, and since the father was the Lord of Murder, proving one's worth must involve an act in accordance with his portfolio. I begin to see what I must do. Death on a godlike scale. 3rd of Tarshak, 1368. The monk Gorion troubles me. He seems to have taken an interest in my readings. I must be careful to be more clandestine in my research. I wish I could simply kill him, but I doubt I could safely murder him within this damnable library. 11th of Tarshak, 1368. I had a dream this night. My mother was talking to me, but as she did, her face became bloated and discolored. Her voice became weaker, and as she spoke to me, telling me to save her from Realtar. I could see the garrote cutting into her neck, but I did nothing. It was only a dream. 27th of Tarshak, 1368. I take my leave of Candlekeep now, and not a moment too soon, for I am sure that Gorion has perceived my heritage. One thing I am certain of, Kered Larae is in actuality one of Baal's brood as well. Kered Larae has all the markings, and it would explain Gorion's curiosity in my studies. Though there is nothing I can do now, I will have to make certain to return and kill the little brat. It would be foolish of me to let one of my siblings live, especially one being brought up by the Harpers, and I am sure that is where Gorion's allegiances lay. 5th of Mirtul, 1368. Today I met with Realtar in Baldur's Gate. The fool still insists on calling me his son, and for now I will let him. He assumes that I am loyal to him because he raised me. Well, loyal I am, but only as long as he is useful. He set up a base in the mansion of a destitute noble family, and says that everything is running smoothly. Mullahay has established himself at the mines of Nashkel, and his kobold minions should already be busily contaminating the iron ore. Only a few slaves have begun to mine out the ore at Cloakwood, though Realtar assures me that once the bandit raids begin, we'll have a steady supply of new slaves. 8th of Hamar, 1369. I met with the leader